Hello, welcome to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you a fall wreath DIY and also how I decorated my porch for fall this year. If you'd like to decorate with me, please keep watching. Okay, so today I'm going to be showing you how I made this wreath. This is a fall wreath with a Halloween twist. And I made this wreath for under $20, and this is an 18-inch wreath, and I found all the other stuff, which I'm going to talk about in detail. I found them at like a few different stores, and I just got the idea off of looking online and Pinterest and other YouTube videos as far as like what makes a wreath stay together, and then like what's the general design of some wreath designs, so that way I knew that it wouldn't just turn out looking too crazy. And then after that, I just kind of winged it because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to do it just like the video because I have no idea what I'm doing. But I'm pretty glad with how everything turned out. And the main thing is that for 2 wreaths for the door that I have right now, I needed 2 of them, and 2 wreaths cost about $100. I didn't want to spend that, so I was trying to figure out what's a cheaper alternative, and I figured why not try to make one. So I made 2 wreaths for under $40. I believe it came up to be maybe like $38, $39 for 2 wreaths, and I'm really happy with how they turned out. So let's get into the materials that I used. At the end, your wreath will look something like this if you decide to follow these steps, but I'm going to show you what I used and tell you how I made it. Okay, so the first thing that you need is a grapevine wreath, which I learned this is called a grapevine wreath. I didn't know the names of wreaths even, and this one is 18 inches, and I found this at a Hobby Lobby. They were doing like 50% off of like their wreaths and door hanging things and all of that, so I was able to find this for about $4.50. The next thing I found at Hobby Lobby is this fall leaf garland, and this was $9.99, but again, all of their fall decor was on 40% off. So this one was marked down 40% off of $9.99, so it made it maybe about $6. I found these jack-o'-lantern pumpkin picks from the Dollar Tree, and it was just $1 for a pack of those. I also got some of these glittered orange branches from the Dollar Tree, and if you hear that talking, that's Remy in the background. He's talking away. So I found these, and these were about $1 a piece, and I got several because I just didn't want to run out. So I spent this is $4 worth, not bad. Oh, got a couple more right here, so $6. And then also I got this Happy Harvest sign, and I thought it was really cute, and so I wanted to use this as like a little decorative piece for my wreath. And I thought I was going to put it in the middle actually, and then when I got ready to start putting it in the middle, I didn't really like the way it looked, and so I saw online there were some designs with the sign attached to the side, and I thought that looked cute, so I did that. Okay, also I have some pipe cleaners that I got from the Dollar Tree, and I found these cute little gold fall leaves, so I figured I could do something with these and stick them in there. And I also got this ribbon wire. I'm sorry, it's actually wired ribbon, and I got a couple of spools of this, and then I used this to create my bows. As far as the tools that I used a staple gun. I also used wire cutters. I think that's what they're called. And then I also used scissors and a hot glue gun. And my workspace that I'm using, I'm actually making this in my living room, and I'm using just like the little packing tarps that you use, that we had some ready from moving a few months back. And so I'm using that so that way I don't mess up anything on my floor. And then the main thing I'll say is that using some of these glitter pieces, we all know what happens with glitter, it gets everywhere. So just be prepared to vacuum, or you work in a workspace that you don't mind having to like vacuum or clean up, because yeah, this glitter stuff gets everywhere. So that's all that I used. And again, when I added it up, I think it was like maybe $20 a piece, and I was really happy with how it turned out. And if nothing else, honestly, I felt as though it was something fun for me to do, and it's something that the kids really will like, because they were so excited this year about decorating for fall and Halloween.
Okay, so let's get started. The first thing I had to do was use the staple gun and take the pipe cleaners and attach it to the sign. So putting the sign onto the actual wreath itself was pretty easy, because all I had to do was weave it into the branches and it stayed very secure. That was so easy to do. So once my sign was attached and wasn't moving, going anywhere, the next thing I did was take the leaf garland. I was just using it to measure and make sure that I had the right amount of garland to cover my wreath. So I just cut the excess off with the plier cutters, and then I took the leaves and just put them to the side that I wasn't using, and then I'll just go back and kind of fill in the holes later. The wreath garland was made out of like a rubbery plastic. That's how the leaves were attached, and so that made it really easy to weave it into the grapevine wreath and have it stick together. Then I took the hot glue gun and then I just made sure to tack everything down really well. So at this point, I'm bringing back in some of those leaves that I took away, and I am filling in all of the holes and making sure that the wreath looks nice and full. So now I'm creating one of the two bows that I need for my wreath. Super easy, just wrapping it around my finger, and then I'm going to use a pipe cleaner to hold the bow together, and then it also doubles as a attachment for the wreath itself. So now you see me putting that pipe cleaner just to hold it together. Now I'm just going to fluff it out, and I just take those loops and I spin them around, and it starts to show you like the way a packaged bow would look. Then I take one of the loops and I cut it at an angle, and it creates a really nice ribboned edge. So I'm trimming a little bit of the leaves away so that way I have room to attach the first bow, and I'm going to attach the first bow on the top of the sign. I want it to be one on the top and then also one on the bottom. I use the pipe cleaners just to weave into the branches, and then I'm able to like twist and twirl and tighten and make sure that that ribbon stays right where I want it to be. So once both bows are attached, the next thing I'm going to do is use my glittered picks, and I'm going to just place them where I want them to be. This is all done by eye. I did not have a rhyme or reason on how I wanted to do it, so I just used the hot glue, and then before I placed the pick in between the leaves and the branches, I would just put a little glue on and stick it in. The next thing I attached was my pumpkin picks, and I just needed to use the plier cutters to cut the stems so they weren't so long. I also used a little bit of hot glue, and then I just eyeballed it and stuck them in exactly where I wanted them to be. So the last thing that I put onto my wreath was this gold leaf clip, and it actually had a clip on the end, but to make sure that it wasn't going to move around, I used a little bit of hot glue and I put it in between the clip itself, and then I just stuck it on so that way it would stay into place. So the wreath is done. This was my very first wreath and I was very happy with how everything turned out, and I just let it dry for over 24 hours before I hung it onto my door. Okay, so now it's decorating day and we were so excited about it. We could not wait to decorate for holidays this year. So my whole family was involved. My boys helped clean the porch, sweep everything, take all the wreaths down, and then we also wiped the doors down and just made sure everything was nice and fresh before we put anything new up. So now everything is nice and clean and ready to decorate. So let's talk about the details of where I got everything from. So this rug that we're putting down now, I got from Hobby Lobby, and it was on 50% off and I got it for $20. And then the rug that goes on top of it, I got that from Home Goods. It says Our Nest, which I love so much. I had that on there before, so we're just putting that back down. These peach baskets I got on sale for $3 each at Hobby Lobby as well, which I thought were so cute and definitely fall festive. Okay, so with the porch itself, I wanted to keep it pretty simple and clean since my wreaths have a lot of busyness to them, and I thought that a clean porch and then my wreaths that have a little bit more decorative flair would balance each other out. So we added pumpkins and a chalkboard sign. And then right in front of the doorway, we put these scarecrow jack-o'-lanterns right into the bushes and just kind of had them propped up as if they were sitting there. That was my husband's idea and it actually looks so cute. Okay, so now we just needed time to think about what we wanted to add. We only wanted to add a couple of more things and we were just kind of evaluating and seeing, okay, what do we want to add tomorrow or the next day? And so they were all telling me their plans for that, and I just love that. I love that we all could do it together. And what kind of mom would I be if I did not have them do a photo shoot to document this occasion? Every holiday is a big deal to me. I feel like it just kind of marks the turns of each year. And so I really like to make these moments special with them. This is our very first time decorating for fall, so we had so much fun doing this. So in the upcoming week, we completed the rest of the porch. We added all of our finishing touches. We added a note to the chalkboard sign, and we created another sign for the opposite side for balance. And then I also picked up some watering containers from Michael's and then added some faux flowers inside of them. Definitely we'll be doing this again. We had so much fun and the boys are already excited about decorating for Christmas. The signs and everything can be changed before Thanksgiving, but everything else is going to stay exactly the same until after Thanksgiving. We cannot wait to decorate for Christmas, you guys, but we had so much fun doing this. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.